What's Gucci, everybody? You can see by the title of the video, got something I want to talk about today. It's happened to me in the past, and I've seen it happening more. I'm not sure if other people have experienced the same thing. Well, I don't know if everyone out there has experienced the same thing, but I know I've experienced. I know I've experienced it. I've talked to a few other dreadheads, and some have experienced it and some haven't. And I think I kinda have gotten to the bottom of why certain people are experiencing this and some people haven't. If you don't know already, what I'm talking about is, well, let me just see if I can show you. There we go, right there. What I'm talking about in this video is this right here. You see that? You got a dreadlock, and then there's a separation, and at the end there's this little beady ball of hair. Now, I get these pretty regularly. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's after I haven't had a retwist for a while, and I've had, you know, a few showers letting the water just run through my hair. That's usually when I start to see them again. And what I do is, you know, when it gets like this, where there's a pretty good separation, I'll come and boop, just snip it right off. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes I can see them start to form on mine. So when they, like this one right here, this is starting to form one. You can see it's the end of the dread, then it gets kind of wispy, and then it's like a few strands that's holding it, but it's a little beady ball at the end. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll start out kind of close and then separate, and when they get to a certain point, I just snip them off. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've pretty much been experiencing this for a while. I have my own theory, so that's what I'm gonna talk about today. So number one, I think it's natural. I don't think my hair is falling out, you know what I'm saying? Cause you can see I got a nice full head of hair, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no lacking right there. And from the people that I've talked to who have experienced this as well, it's mostly been people who don't get retwists very often as others do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I semi-freeform, so I pretty much aim to get a retwist maybe 4 to 2 times a year. You know what I'm saying? So I get a retwist, I let it rock for a couple months, and you know what I'm saying, I don't got no set schedule. I retwist my own hair, so it's pretty much just, you know what I'm saying, if I got a big event or something coming up, then I'll go ahead and retwist it and then let it rock out for some months, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So yeah, we're talking with people, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much been that people who don't get retwists, you know, very frequently seem to get them more. And what I think it is just the natural shedding of your hair. You know what I'm saying? As your dreadlocks start to grow, you know, dead hair will, you know, well, at least my dreads, they all going in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? They're cylindrical, and after a while, that I can actually notice that after I take showers and just having the gravity pull water through my hair and drip off at the ends, it's pulling, you know what I'm saying, dead hair through the dreads and out. So when you see, I'll see if I can see any more. When you see a dreadlock and then at the very end, it's a little, you know what I'm saying, beady ball at the end, it's pretty much the hair that would have normally shed out it's made its way all the way down and through the dreadlock. And in a lot of cases with mine, there's usually like a few strands keeping it to hold on. But after a while, you know what I'm saying, the dead hair pretty much separates from that, and it'll just, you know, sometimes I'll let them rock so much the way they'll just fall off. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they'll separate a good amount like this one, and I'll just cut it off. So don't think it's a big problem. People who get retwists more often, and this is my theory, you know what I'm saying, if you get a retwist more often, then, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, hopefully you do, when you're getting your hair retwisted, a lot of the time some of that hair, you know, some of that dead hair that, you know, the hair that would have shedded out or whatever, when you retwist, you'll get a lot of that hair out. So if you getting retwist more frequently, you're getting that dead hair out, you know what I'm saying, that shedded hair out more often. Whereas if you're not getting a whole lot of retwists like me, then, you know what I'm saying, you're getting the retwist, and then that hair that you know what I'm saying, the shedding hair that wants to go ahead and fall out or whatever, it's, you know what I'm saying, getting caught up and stuck up on other pieces and kind of, you know what I'm saying, getting brought in. And at the same time, when I'm taking showers, it's, you know what I'm saying, pulling it down, slowly pulling it all out. So not a big problem. If you see these, or if you start to get these, I would just say, you know, let them rock for a little bit. You know what I'm saying, here go another one. You know what I'm saying, like I said, I just let them develop for a little bit. For a while, you yourself will notice it, but it won't look that bad, and it'll just be, you know, a little piece on the end. But once they start, for me at least, once they start to separate a little bit more like that, where it's, you know, really a distinct little bulb on the end, then I'll just come, pull them, and just snip them right off at the end. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul, and, you know, just dispose of that. So if you're experiencing this, not a big issue. It's probably because you don't get retwists very often, and if you get these and you do get a retwist pretty often, what type of hair you got? You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that to be funny. I'm saying, like, what texture of hair do you have? And are you really getting retwists as often as you think? Because, you know, I know people that, man, they're getting retwists like every month. You know what I'm saying? And while it's true that you may be pulling out some of that excess shedded hair, you're also straining your roots and, you know what I'm saying, causing breakage and taking out some of your healthy hair. So to wrap this video up, a little bit of shedding is normal. It's okay. Ain't gonna do you any harm. If you don't like the way it looks, you know what I'm saying, do what I do, just let it rock for a little bit, then snip it off. Or if they really get on your nerves, you know what I'm saying, you can just take a day and thoroughly go over all your dreadlocks, and any that you see forming, just go ahead and snip them off ahead of time. But I let them develop for a little bit, because for a while you can't really see them. And I've had some that have, you know, had a little bulb on the end, and then the bulb ended up getting sucked back up into the dreadlock, you know what I'm saying, and you can't even tell anymore. So, and again, I've had some that just fall off. But that's it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. If you haven't already, go ahead, hit the subscribe button for me down below. Like the video, comment if you want to holler at me, share. Get in tune with me on all social media. It's all the same. My Twitter, sneak_804. My Snapchat, sneak_804. My Instagram, sneak_804. And thinking about making a dedicated Facebook page. So keep a lookout for that. See y'all in the next one. Squad.